remember. You may think you know Fortnite pretty well, but I guarantee there'll be some things on this list that you never remember being in the game. Be sure to watch the full video so you don't miss anything. But anyways, without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off on the list is the Zapatron. This is an item that very few players will remember. The Zapatron came out when supply drops were added to the game. At the time, Fortnite was very new and they were still testing out new items. The Zapatron could shoot a crazy laser shot and do 150 damage to anyone it hit. Also, you could even be a bit off with your aim because the laser would still hit the player if the shot was close enough. Epic Games decided almost instantly that the Zapatron didn't belong in the game, so it was removed very quickly. This was probably a good decision by Epic Games because it was way too overpowered. Now I have a clip to show you, and this is the only clip you will ever see of the Zapatron being used in the game. You will clearly see how overpowered it is and why it had to be removed. So now, let's check it out.
T'as le droit à un Zapatron légendaire et à une dessus. Donc, voyons voir ce que vaut ce Zapatron machin légendaire.
Next up on the list is Dusty Depot. Dusty Depot was an old Fortnite location that not many players remember. It was removed back in Season 4 when the meteor hit the island, and it is now Dusty Diner. Although it wasn't a very popular spot to land, a lot of players want it back. The meteor crater isn't much better, and Dusty Depot was a really nice location to have right at the center of the map. I have a quick clip to show you of what Dusty Depot used to look like. There wasn't really much loot here, so it was only really good for solos. But anyways, if you remember Dusty Depot being in the game, comment Dusty Depot down below, because not many people actually remember it. Now, let's check out the clip.
Watch this. I can't see you.
Next up on the list are the electric traps. Only very few players ever remember these being in the game because they could only be found during Season 1 or Season 2. The two different traps were the ceiling zapper and the wall dynamo. The traps could zap players that walked near them, but there were a few problems. They made a lot of electric noise, so enemy players could easily hear them. The two traps became somewhat useless, so Fortnite decided it would be best to remove them. The spike trap is a much better trap, and it doesn't make any noise at all. It's probably a good thing that these items were removed, but only the original players actually remember them being in the game. But anyways, I have a clip of these traps being used. Pay close attention to the amount of noise they make. They were really easy to hear. For now, let's check it out.
Thing out there either. I got the wall down. This guy. Get up here, get up here, get up here. I got another one, I got it. Get up here, get up here, get up here. Get over here, get over here, Teddy, get over here. Wait for it, wait for it. Come on.
Next up on the list is friendly fire. So a long time ago in Fortnite, you were actually able to eliminate your own teammates the same way you can eliminate enemy players. You could knock down your own teammates, thirst them, take their loot, and all of that. Even though eliminating your teammates was bannable, many people still did it, and it got to the point where Fortnite couldn't handle it anymore. Too many players were getting reported, so Epic Games decided to just completely disable friendly fire. Of course, you can still knock down your teammates by making them fall off a high spot, but it's much more difficult. I have a really funny clip of someone who eliminated their own teammates and took their loot. The guy in this clip actually got banned for doing this, but anyways, let's take a look.
Everybody get the stuff. Get the stuff. I need a phone. Can I have Run! We're getting shot. Run, run, run. That animal guy. That animal guy's going in, bro. Whoa. That guy's really good. Now they're just being nice to you, right, man? Yeah, man. I told you I needed a weapon. Alright, I'll take all the hold on. Don't worry, guys. I told him I needed a freaking... Bro, I just get 11-year-old, bro. I'm gonna get banned.
Next up on the list is double pumping. Not many players remember when double pumping was actually in the game because it was quite a while ago. When this was possible, you could quickly switch between items. This was most commonly done with pumps, and it was very overpowered, but people also did this with other items, such as rocket launchers, hand cannons, packs, and more. It really seems like the majority of the Fortnite community was sad to see this go, but Epic Games wanted to make the game more fair for new players. Double pumping was so overpowered, and anyone that could do it had a major advantage over noobs. Feel free to comment below if you think the double pump should be allowed. Anyways, I have a clip to show what this was like, and you will see how different the game was. But now, let's check it out.
So, baby.
Hey guys, I want you to know his name is Mitchell Monkey. I want you guys to know the double pump is fair. Alright, in order to compensate for that, you go.
Next up on the list are the old SMGs. So there have been a lot of SMGs in Fortnite, and some of them have been out of the game for quite a while. One of those is the original gray SMG. It didn't really have a special name, but it was known for being very accurate. Also, there's the tactical SMG, which was recently added back to the classic game mode, where you can play with old vaulted Fortnite items. But very few people actually remember the old gray SMG. It has been out of the game for a really long time. Anyways though, I have a quick clip of both of these SMGs being used.
I know,
Now
what's
go
in the
ahead
story?
and check it out. I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that'll only take 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just give it a try, it really works, and now let's get into number 1 on the list. Next up on the list is when Tilted Towers didn't exist. For most players, Tilted Towers has been in Fortnite for as long as they can remember, but back in Season 1, Tilted Towers was not even in the game. There were far less locations, and the game was much more simpler. It was mostly just the main cities, including Retail Row, Pleasant Park, Wailing Woods, Fatal Field, and a few other places which are still in the game. Of course, the addition of Tilted Towers changed everything because it became the most popular place for players to land, and it contains a lot of good loot. But I have a really cool clip to show you of what the game was like before Tilted Towers existed. It's pretty crazy to see how simple the game was before it was added. But anyways, let's take a look. If you enjoyed the video, slap that like button, subscribe if you're new, and feel free to join